Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jay Jordan back for another WNBA watch along. Sorry about the delay. Literally, as I was about to press go live, I spilled my cup of water all over my desk. So I had to clean that up. So that's annoying. But thankfully, everything is still working at the moment. So I wanted to make sure we got on right before tip off, and it looks like they're about to get started now. So we got on just in time. Salute to everybody who's here on the watch along. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. But I'm glad I was able to get everything up and running. Starting lineups are on your screen. It's the Lynx versus the Golden State Valkyries. Commissioner's Cup group stage. Commissioner's Cup started today. These teams will be kicking off today. Golden State Valkyries are 2-3. The Lynx are 6-0. This will be their first Commissioner's Cup game of the Commissioner's Cup group stage. When we have a break, I'll sort of explain more about it. But I'm just glad everything is still working. You know, water and technology don't usually go together, but thankfully for now, everything is still operational. Starting lineups: Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, and Alana Smith. For the Valkyries, you have Veronica Burton, Tiffany Hayes, Janelle Salon, Kayla Thornton, and Temi Fagbenle. The subs, you have Mo Billings, Carla Lates, Cecilia Zandalicini, Julie Van Luke, Kiara Linskins, and Kate Martin for the Valkyries. For the Lynx, you have Natisha Heidemann, Jessica Shepard, Diamond Miller, Marianne Badian, Alyssa Pali, Anastasia Olaria Kosu. Jackie, what's up? Salute, salute. Thunderhawk, what's going on? Glad you guys could join. All right, they're about to tip off now, so we're pretty much right on time here. Just bear with me. I don't have all, I had shut down my computer and booted it back up, so I don't have all my things up at the moment. But as we go, we'll get everything up. I'll get you guys updated with stats and everything. Let me get the box scores up, all that. All right, so we're about to tip off. It's Alana Smith versus Temi Fagbenle. Ball is up and we are off. And the Valkyries have possession. Tiffany Hayes is back in the lineup after having issues here. She was dealing with I think it was a nose injury. But she's back in the starting lineup here. But Veronica Burton has been playing pretty well at the point. She has the ball left side of the floor, picks up her dribble, gets it to Janelle Salon for three, and it bounces twice off the rim and ball to Nafisa Collier, who's back in the lineup after being out last game with I think it was a quad injury, but she's back. Courtney Williams for three, and she knocks down the three for the first basket of the game. And the Lynx are on the board. Liz, what's going on? Salute, salute, cuz, what's going on? Yeah, mom. I saw you were calling. I was just trying to get everything up and running, but everything's working now. Ball in play here with Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton with the ball. Thornton drives on Alana Smith, goes up, throws up a hook shot, and scores. Kayla Thornton on the board here for the home team. So it was 3-2. Ball to Nafisa. Nafisa for three, and she's back like she never left. Nafisa Collier with a three, and the Lynx are up 6-2. They've hit their first 2 threes of the game. Tiff Hayes over to Janelle Salon. Salon tries to drive and draws the foul on Veronica on Alana Smith. That's the first foul of the game. When we have a break, I have the scores from the earlier games up top. We'll talk about some of those games at halftime. I did go to the Liberty game earlier today. I'll talk about that. Ball and play with the Valkyries. Tiffany Hayes over to Burton. Top of the key. Left side to Salon. Salon left dribble. Mid-range jump shot from the baseline is good. Janelle Salon is on the board. What's up, Ryan? Courtney Williams is such a pro. She definitely is. That's why she's on my fantasy team. I got like 3 links on my fantasy team. Oh, Bridget Carlton for 3. She's been struggling from 3 this year as in comparison to last year. The percentages haven't been up there. Maybe she's regressing back to maybe last year was just a blip on on the radar. So that was a foul there. It's still Lynx ball. Bridget Carlton inbounds to Alana Smith. Smith hands up to Williams. And another foul here on Kayla Thornton, chasing over that screen on McBride. So that's three. That might be three team fouls on the Valkyries. TTB says Fee is the best player in the W, hands down. And another foul before the ball was even inbounded. So they're just calling foul after foul here on the Valkyries. I can't lie. Fee is a scary player. So three different players got fouls on in 3 seconds for the Valkyries. This is ball back in play though with the Lynx. Courtney Williams over to Fee. Fee left hand dribble. She attacks, gets cut off, throws it back out to Williams. Right side to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton into the paint. Fall away jump shot from 10 feet and she knocks it down. Bridget Carlton gets on the board here. Bridget Carlton out of Iowa State. Ball in play with the Valkyries. Kayla Thornton top of the key. Thornton, oh, good bounce pass to the cutting Burton. She goes up, foul, and one. Veronica Burton, and one. And she'll go to the line for one. Good pass by Kayla Thornton to the cutting Burton. Nafisa, she jumps vertical, but she's in the restricted area. Body hits Burton on the body, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play. Veronica Burton out of Northwestern. She's played with the Wings, played with the Sun, and she was acquired in the expansion draft by the Valkyries, and she's been playing well. She completes the three-point play. It's 8-7 Lynx right now. Alana Smith with the ball, dribbles up the court, trying to find McBride. They cut her off. She gets it up top to Williams. Williams comes off that screen to Fee. Fee loses it, recovers it on the baseline, goes into the paint, does her patented step through move. They cut it off. Williams for three. Oh, halfway down and out, and she misses. RC was good. Yeah, Fee is back. Fee is back. She better be back. She on my fantasy team. I need the points. Over to Burton. Burton in the corner for three. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Nafisa. McBride with the ball. She was out a good the first couple games of the season due to personal reasons, but this is her third game back, and Fee, as we were talking about her, catches it. Baseline jump shot, fadeaway, unguardable. Unstoppable. It's 10-7 Lynx. Burton gets it to Salon on the baseline. Up top to Fagbenlay. Over to Salon. Salon for three. Oh, halfway down and out. Rebound to Williams. And Williams crosses half court over to McBride. Guarded by Thornton. Over to Fee. Fee at the top of the key. Left side to Williams. They run that pick and roll. Williams. Foul line jump shot is off. Rebound to the Valkyries. Burton with the ball, guarded by Williams. Gets to the right-hand side. Tries to find Salon cutting. Bobbles it. Gets it to Thornton, though. Thornton, corner three is good. And the game is tied. Kayla Thornton knocks down the corner three. It was a sort of a broken play. Pass got deflected. Found its way to Kayla Thornton. She knocks it down, but McBride responds immediately. And it's 12-10 Lynx. This game is fast-paced, people. Fast-paced. Thornton over to Salon. Salon to Burton, right wing. Gets the screen from Salon. Burton steps back for a three, and she knocks it down. Veronica Burton, her three has really improved. And the Valkyries have their first lead of the basketball game. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa attacks Fagbenlay. She stops. Oh, Temi with the block. Stuffs it and recovers it. Over to Burton. Burton attacks, goes into Williams, throws up the layup. Oh, she misses it. Rebound to Courtney. And the Lynx are on the run here. Courtney Williams, mid-range jump shot. Money in the bank. That's what she does. Those 15 to 18 footers for Courtney Williams is pretty much a guaranteed bucket. It's 14-13. If anybody's watching on League Pass, they need to change this graphic on the Lynx. It's like the background on the Lynx score is terrible. But anyway, Tiffany Hayes for three, and Tiffany Hayes is back on the board. Man, it's going back and forth here, people. Tiffany Hayes in her first game back. She missed like the last 3 games. She's back in, knocks down the three. But Courtney Williams, oh my goodness, I can't even describe the play before Courtney Williams scores again. Tie game at 16. Give me a second. I can't even get my stats up. And there was a block by Alana Smith on Tiffany Hayes. And we have our first timeout of the game. Fast-paced action here. 16 all with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. All right. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get my my stats and everything back up. If you're just joining, I started a little late. I spilled my whole cup of water all over my desk. So I had to make sure all my technology didn't suffer any casualties. Thankfully, everything is currently working. I'm gonna have to probably do a deeper clean after stream. I didn't even get to. All right, let's see. Let's do this. I'm gonna get this box score up for us right quick, but it's been back and forth action so far. Back and forth action. Box score. There we go. Yeah, let's take a look at this. All right. So score is currently 16 all, 16-16. Bridget Carlton with 2. You got 5 for Nafisa Collier with a rebound. You got Kayla McBride with 2. Courtney Williams leading the way with 7 points and 3 assists already with 2 rebounds to go with it. For the Valkyries, Kayla Thornton with 5. You got 2 from Janelle Salon. Hag Bentley hasn't scored, but she got a nice block on feet earlier. Tiffany Hayes with 3. And Veronica Burton with 6. Nah, get out of here, RC. that was a funny one. I can't even lie. I cannot even lie. That's a throwback. But yeah, it's been a fast-paced game so far. Fast-paced game so far. Salute Janelle. Janelle said, Valkyries win with the eyes. We'll see. We shall see. I didn't even get to do my poll. I'm all over the place. So the spread on this game was 17.5 at close. That's crazy. That is crazy. Ball is coming back into action here. It's gonna be Valkyrie's ball here. Ball and play with Kayla Thornton. Thornton over to Veronica Burton. Burton with the ball. Burton comes off the screen, and there's a foul there on Courtney Williams chasing over the screen. Monique Billings has checked into this game. Monique Billings has checked into this game. Ball back in play with the Valkyries. Burton with the ball. Burton attacks right-hand side, gets cut off. Rescreened by Billings. Burton tries to feed it to Billings. Alana Smith gets the steal, and she gets it to Fee. Fee running the floor here. Hands it off to McBride. They haven't made any substitutions. The Lynx, they haven't made any subs yet. Alana Smith cross court over to Bridget Carlton. She fumbles it, recovers it. Up top to Courtney with 10 on the clock. Over to Bridget. Corner 3. Misses. Rebound, Kayla Thornton. Over to Burton. Back to Xander Lassini, who's checked in as well. She's a sniper, and she buries it. She played with the Minnesota Lynx last year, and she comes in and knocks down the left wing 3. Gives the Valkyries a 3-point lead, 19-16. Ball over to McBride. Kayla McBride for 3, tries to answer. One of the foul, didn't get it. Rebound Valkyrie. Salon, bounce pass to Thornton. Fumbles it, gets it, hangs, and gets fouled on the reach-in by Courtney Williams. That's her second foul in the first quarter. That's not good. But that means Natisha Heidemann will probably check in. In that last game, Natisha Heidemann hit the game winner for the Minnesota Lynx. But Kayla Thornton's going to the line for 2 free throws. Kayla Thornton first free throw is up and good. Courtney Williams, as I expected, goes to the bench with 2 fouls. She was playing really well. The fouls now will limit her action in the rest of this first half. Ryan says, I think I'm in love with Alana Smith. Second free throw is up and good. Valkyries with their biggest lead of the game, 21-16. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann with this lavender Valkyries purple or lavender hair is throwing me off. Over to McBride. McBride trying to get it to Fee, but Billings and Fee going back and forth. Alana Smith in the post against Janelle Salon. It bounces off her knee. Turnover, Minnesota Lynx. Valkyries to inbound here. They're up 21-16, just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Carla Late, the French woman, has checked into this game. Xander Lassini trying to attack Carlton. She tries to bounce it to Thornton. Another turnover. Kayla McBride on the run here. Kayla McBride finds Nafisa right wing. She attacks Janelle Salon, gets in, throws up the floater, fight for the rebound, and Mo Billings gets the rebound. She's running the floor. She don't have handles. She gets it to Xander Lassini. Pump fakes. Cross court to Salon. Pump fakes. Left hand step back 3 off the front of the rim. And fight for the rebound. Dives on the floor. And McBride gets it. And gets it to Carlton. And they had an 8-second violation by the Lynx there. They didn't get it over half court in time. The referees are debating this right now because they may have changed the shot clock before possession was definitely secured. So they override that decision. They said the clock was wrong. There's a lot of confusion here. There are subs at the table, but they're not gonna allow subs to come in. All right, so they finally get the ball back in with the Lynx. Subs do not come in. Nafisa, handoff to McBride, left side to Alana Smith, over to Bridget. Bridget finds Natisha Heidemann, top of the key. She drives into the paint, stops, reverse pivot. Nafisa, foul line jump shot, wide open, cash. Nafisa knocks down the jumper. What's she up to now? Nafisa's up to 7 points here. Carla Late with the ball. I saw somebody talk about Carla Late being a turnover machine. Oh, that looked like Kayla Thornton saved it, but she saves it right out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lynx. Julie Van Loo, it sounds like she's checking in. They have this graphic up on the screen, so I can't see what's actually going on. But it looks like Julie Van Loo is checking in. Ball in play with the Lynx. Over to Bridget Carlton. Carlton for another 3. She finally knocks one down. And the game is back tied at 21. Bridget Carlton knocks down her first 3 of the game. Van Loo over to Late. Late over to Billings. Billings drives. Hangs, throws it up, gets her own rebound. Putback is good. Mo Billings, a ball of energy. She shoots it, gets her own rebound, and puts it in. Heidemann goes coast to coast, tries to attack and misses. Rebound to Steph Talbot. Over to Van Loo. Van Loo over to Talbot. They slow it down. Over to Carla, top of the key. Left side to Van Loo. Calls for the screen from Billings, going left. Gets the screen, pulls up, left wing 3. Misses. Rebound to Fee. Fee might have a double-double by halftime at this rate. Fee running the floor. Hand off to Heidemann. Heidemann comes off the screen going right. Heidemann probe dribble, reverses out to Nafisa. It looked like she traveled. They don't call it. Over to Alana Smith. Picks up her dribble. Over to Fee. Pump fakes at the 3, drives left hand side. She gets fouled on the jumper and one Nafisa. Jeez, an absolute animal, unstoppable, unguardable. She can score from all 3 levels. So Mo Billings falls for the 3-point pump fake, follows her to the foul line, reaches in, fights through the hit on the elbow, on the crease of the elbow, and she still knocks it down. Nafisa averaging 26.8 points a game on 52% shooting. She leads the W in points per game. Nafisa for the 3-point play, and she rattles it in. And the Lynx retake the lead, 24-23, 38 seconds to go here. Van Loo crosses half court, guarded by Carly Samuelson, sister of Katie Lou. Over to Talbot. Talbot drives on Fee. Out to Billings. Oh, she travels. And they called the travel. So it'll be Minnesota ball, about a second and a half difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Lynx will probably hold for the last shot. Is late guarding Heidemann. They send a late double out. Oh, Xander Lassini almost gets to steal. Heidemann tries to throw a bounce pass to her from the half court all the way to the corner. It was almost a turnover, and Coach Reeve lets her know it. Random, but this lady has her pet dog on her, sitting on her lap, courtside. That's interesting. Heidemann over to Carlton. Back to Heidemann. Heidemann spin move. Corner to Carly. Carly for 3, and Carly buries the 3. Carla late shoots it from half court. Oh, off the front of the rim. It would have counted if it went in. But the Lynx closed the quarter really well. And it's 27-23. Lynx over the Valkyries. All right. That was a fast-paced first quarter, back and forth action there between the teams. Let's get things ready for the second quarter. And let's take a look at the box score. So, 27-23 Lynx over the Valkyries. You have Bridget Carlton with 5 points. You have Alana Smith. She hasn't scored yet, but does have 2 blocks and a steal. Nafisa leading the way with 10 points. Kayla McBride with 2, and Courtney Williams 7 points, but she does have 2 fouls in that first quarter. Carly Samuelson hits a 3 at the end of that first quarter there. Jessica Shepard about to check in, or I think she did check in late. Didn't play a full minute. I think she checked in the final 30 seconds or so. Natisha Heidemann hasn't scored yet, but does have 2 assists. You have Kayla Thornton for the Valkyries with 7 points. Their leading scorer. 2 for Janelle Salon. None for Fagbenle. Tiffany Hayes with 3 in her return. 6 for Burton. Their bench, you have 2 from Billings and 3 from Xander Lassini. No one else on their bench has scored as of yet. So we're getting ready for the second quarter. Salute to everybody hanging around. This is the final game of the W slate here on the opening day of Commissioner's Cup group play. For those unfamiliar, the Commissioner's Cup is basically the WNBA's in-season tournament. This will be the 4th year. It was 21, 2, 3, 4, their 5th year, excuse me. This will be their 5th year that the tournament has been in place. There has never been a repeat winner. The Lynx won last year, so they're looking to be the first repeat winner. Essentially what the Commissioner's Cup group play stage entails, it's changed a lot over the years, but this year, basically between June 1st and June 17th, the teams will play against their conference opponents, 1 game against their conference opponents. Whoever has the best record out of those games that are designated as Commissioner Cup games, they will face the leader of the Eastern Conference, and the Western Conference will face off in the Commissioner's Cup final on July 2nd, I believe that is. Right? Play is about to resume here for the second quarter. But get the stat leaders up at the bottom of your screen here. Very competitive game so far. Hope the Valkyries can keep it that way. They played my Liberty really tough. In the second game we played them, not the first game. The first game was belt to behind by my team. All right, ball back in play here with the Lynx. It's Heidemann, Samuelson, Shepard gets fouled. Alyssa Pili gets some minutes, and Bridget Carlton. So Jessica Shepard will go to the line for her first free throws. Jessica Shepard, 5th year out of Notre Dame. First free throw is up and good for her. And second one is up. She misses and rebound to Mo Billings. The lineup for the Valkyries, you have Steph Talbot, Xander Lassini, Billings. Oh my goodness. Steph Talbot with a spin move and misses the floater. Kate Martin is also in the game. And who else? Julie Van Loo, and it's a turnover here by the Minnesota Lynx. Ryan says Kate in the game, she's been a liability on defense in the last few games. Yeah. I haven't really seen her too much get too much action in the past couple games, to be completely honest with you. Ball back and play with the Valkyries. Van Loo has the ball. She's guarded by Pili. Gets it to Steph Talbot. Corner to Billings. Billings goes cross court to Kate. Kate with 8 on the clock. Kate drives out to Xander Lassini. No hesitation. 3 is an air ball and out of bounds. Ball back in play here with the Lynx. Heidemann crosses half court. Gets it to Carly. Back to Heidemann. Heidemann. Left side to Bridget. Up top to Shepard. Get back to Bridget. Look at the ball moving. The ball popping around. And Bridget Carlton hits the easy layup off the feed from Shepard. Great ball movement there. And drive in by Monique Billings off the pass. And she gets fouled. So Mo Billings will go to the line for 2 free throws. The ball just, they shown the replay of that Minnesota last basketball moving side to side. Good cut by Bridget from the corner to the middle of the paint. Shepard finds her. Easy lay. Mo Billings at the line, however. First free throw is up. She cashes it in. Tiffany Hayes checking back in. She has the Zorro mask on. She's back in to protect her nose. Xander Lassini goes to the bench. Second free throw, getting ready, goes up. Oh, she misses the second. Pili with the rebound. And she gets it to Heidemann. Heidemann crosses half court, right side to Carly. It looked like they wanted to run that same play. They go away from it. Jessica Shepard with the ball. Goes left, hands it off to Bridget. Bridget comes off the screen. Bridget gets into the paint, gets fouled on the jump shot, and Tiffany Hayes not happy. Bridget Carlton will go to the line, though. So Bridget Carlton at the line. First free throw is up, and she cashes it in. Second free throw is up, and she cashes it in. So it's 32-24. Minnesota out to an 8-point lead here. Largest lead of the game for Minnesota. Tiffany Hayes with the rock. Crossover on Pili. Gets into the middle of the paint. Throws up the floater. Heidemann from behind gets the block, but they call the foul. Hayes adjusts her mask, and she gets up. Okay, no damage done. She'll go to the line for free throws. All right, so Tiffany Hayes going to the line for free throws. 13th season. Excuse me. She knocks down the first free throw. 13th season out of UConn. She's played with Atlanta, Connecticut, Vegas, and now the Valkyries. If I'm missing a team, let me know. I think those. I think I got all of them. She hits both. She sort of retired, and then Becky called her out of retirement for the Aces last year. She ends up winning sixth player of the year, and she got acquired. Well, basically she signed as a free agent with the Valkyries. Heidemann for three. Short fight for the rebound between Billings and Shepard. Shepard wins that battle. She attacks Billings, has nowhere to go. Out to Samuelson, left side to Heidemann. Heidemann gets into the middle of the paint, stops, out to Pili with 3 seconds. Oh, she bounces off Steph Talbot, shoots the wide open jump shot. Didn't work. Billings with the rebound. Van Loo over to Hayes. Hayes gets it across half court over to Martin, left side to Talbot in the corner. She drives on. Bridget Carlton shoots a turnaround jump shot. That is not your game. Misses. Rebound to the Lynx. Heidemann with the ball. Gets into their action. Handoff to Bridget Carlton. Top of the key. Looking for a player. Gets it to Samuelson. Left-hand side. Finds Pili in the paint. Pili dribbles out. Picks up her dribble. Bad pass and stolen by Van Loo. Doesn't have numbers. She slows it down. Martin on the attack. Blows by Samuelson. Left-hand layup is good. Foul and one. So Pili with the turnover and the foul. She's probably about to get subbed out. So Pili, bad pass. Julie Van Loo with the steal. Van Loo hits Kate Martin. She pump fakes, drives left-hand side. Pili standing in the restricted area. It restricts the landing space and draws the foul. They may review this. I don't know if they're going to review. They just said timeout on the floor. We're going to a break. 32-28. Valkyries battling back here. But the basket will count. We'll see if the foul stands. All right, back to the box score here. Let me just refresh it, make sure everything is correct. So Bridget Carlton with 9 points now. 1 off the team lead. 10 for Nafisa. She hasn't played yet in the second quarter. 2 for McBride. 7 for Courtney Williams. Samuelson with 3. Shepard with 1. The Valkyries. Kayla Thornton still with 7. Veronica with 6. Hayes with 5. Mo Billings with 3. Zandalicini with 3. Martin just got her first 2. All right, we got a good game here. I'm happy we got a good game. Happy we have a good game so far. Before we got on, I was watching some of the other games that we had. I was watching the Vegas Seattle game. Wanted to see the Jewel revenge game again. Aces do end up getting that win 75-70. Seattle had a shot at the end. They ran a play for Dominique Malonga, the number 2 pick in this draft. They were down 73-70, ran a play for her to get a turnaround jump shot. Not a play that I really agree with. She missed it. They end up having a foul. They lose 75-70. I was keeping an eye on this Phoenix-LA game. LA was up a bunch at halftime. It felt like a bunch. They were up a bunch at one point, but in the third quarter, Phoenix outscores them 24-9. They win 85-80 without Alyssa Thomas. Phoenix Mercury, I don't know. That team is a very interesting team. You have Satu, who's a star. You got Alyssa Thomas, who's a star, and then you got a bunch of rookies and players who have never played in the W before, and they're finding a way to grind out wins. They're 5-2 after today's win. All right, broadcast is restarting now. Yeah, Brandon Pajemski, the player for the Golden State Warriors. I've seen him a bunch of times on the broadcast when they're talking. That foul does count for Kate Martin. She does hit the free throw for the 3-point play. So it's 32-29. Williams is back in the game. So is Nafisa. Carly Samuelson's on the floor. She drives to the paint, goes left hand scoop layup, too strong. Rebound to the Valkyries. Van Loo quickly up the court. Behind the back pass to Kate. Same type of play, same result. That same left side drive, and Kate Martin does it again. It's a 1-point game here. Williams, though, says I can hit this mid-range jump shot in my sleep. Gets to the foul line, the nail, and drops down that midi. 34-31. Tip Hayes with the ball. Left side to Salon. Salon, suture 3 over feet. Too strong. Hayes gets the rebound. Offensive rebound. Up top to Van Loo. They reset. Van Loo wants a reset here. Kate Martin with the ball. She drives left hand side. Bumps off Carly. Oh, halfway down and out. Fight for the rebound. Mo Billings gets it and gets fouled on the putback. That's what Mo Billings can give you. A lot of energy on the boards. She can run up and down the court. And she draws another foul here. GTB says Satu Satu, I mean, she's been dealing with injuries, but when she's healthy, Satu is one of the best players in the W offensively. And then her defense is coming along really nicely from what I've seen so far. People are talking about her defense, but she's really improved on that end of the floor. Mo Billings hits that first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. So Mo Billings, ball back in play here with the Lynx. Let me get my box score back up. Mo Billings off the bench up to 5 points here. McBride tries to drive, gets stolen. Julie Van Loo on the run. Van Loo. Oh, she lost the ball, misses the layup, but as that person again, Mo Billings with the rebound. Gets it to Salon. Over to Kate Martin. Kate Martin pulls, she almost pulled the 3, passes it to Hayes. Hayes double clutches over to Martin. Martin for 3. Oh, Kate Martin. Have a quarter, Kate Martin. 12-2 Golden State running. They retake the lead here. 36-34. Nafisa, handoff to Carly. They rescreen. Carly, they leave her alone. Carly gets bumped. They don't call it. Carly over to McBride. Wide open for 3. And that's what K-Mac does. Knocks down the 3 to quiet the crowd down. They retake the lead 37-36. Tiffany Hayes with the ball, and you got a moving screen on Julie Van Loo. She catches Kayla McBride in the face or in the jaw. And that's Van Loo's first foul of the game. But Kate Martin have a quarter. She had first play, she had a foul. She scored the layup, got fouled, hit the free throw. Basically an identical play the next time down. And then this one, she knocks down the wing 3. Ball in play here with the Lynx. Nafisa drives. Fag Bentley back in the game. She tries to reverse pivot, misses. Nafisa's on the floor in the backcourt. They have numbers. Kate Martin again for 3. Oh, and 1. Kate Martin. Kate Martin have a quarter. And she's hype. Her teammates hyping her up. And they're going to review it for infraction if it's a flagrant foul for invading the landing space on Alana Smith. Kate Martin have a quarter. Wow. Kate Martin with 11 in the quarter. And we just crossed the halfway mark. They're going to review it to see if it's going to be upgraded to a flagrant foul for invading the landing space, but the basket still counts. Kate Martin, 11 points in 5 minutes, 4 or 5 from the field. And that was a deep 3. In transition, catches it, sets her feet, holds the follow through, cashes out, and gets fouled. Wow, wow, wow. She hasn't been having the greatest season so far. Not getting a lot of minutes. I'm looking at her recent games. The last game, She only played the Tuesday game against the Liberty, not the Thursday game. She had 10 points in 18 minutes. She only she's played 4 games out of their 6. She was deep. Alana Smith comes from far. Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be a landing space. Alana Smith gets her right foot under Kate's right foot on the 3. So that probably will be upgraded. Kate's on the bench retying her shoe there, getting that probably a little tight. Got to secure them ankles. Yeah, it's one of those where I understand you're wanting to contest, but it's tough. It's tough when you're in the moment. I but it's probably gonna get upgraded to a flagrant penalty 1. Well, at least I got water here. Make sure I put the water away from my technology this time. So they do upgrade it. They do upgrade it to a flagrant penalty 1. But Kate Martin, have a quarter here. Free throw is up. Oh, she misses. That's she has one more. She has one more. So it's gonna be put these free throws and possession. And she buries the second one. It says 2 to make 1 sort of thing. 2 free throws to make 1. She buries it, and Golden State gets possession again. 40-37. Valkyries basketball. Hayes gets it into Van Loo. Let's see if they go back to Kate here. Van Loo with the ball goes over to Kate. She's on the left side now. It comes off the screen. Kate gets into the paint. Oh, Hezzy dribble takes the contact from Alana Smith. And she'll go back to the free throw line. So Kate Martin being ultra aggressive here in this quarter. She probably already has her highest scoring quarter of her career. Looking to add to it right now. Alana Smith wanted her coach to challenge that. I don't think they will. Cheryl Reeve complaining about something. What else is new? So Kate Martin up to 12. Knocks down the free throw for 13. Alana Smith already has 3 fouls here in the first half. So she's going to have a seat next to the coach. Yeah, Alana Smith having a bad return to the Bay. Alana Smith did play at Stanford. And she buries both. So it's 42-37. Golden State has taken control after falling behind by 8 early. McBride with the ball gets it to Nafisa. Let's see what Nafisa can do in response. Nafisa drives into the paint, bumps off Fagbenle, misses the layup, gets the rebound, misses the putback, and she'll go to the line after she was fouled. So Nafisa will go to the line to try and halt this Golden State avalanche here. She's up to 10 points still. Nafisa Collier, the current defensive player of the year. She shoots the first free throw and she cashes it in. Nafisa for the second free throw. And she buries both. So it's 39-42. Lynx are down to the Valkyries here. Just under, approaching, I should say, 4 minutes to go here. Handoff to Hayes. Over to Van Loo. Over to Fagbenle. They try to go a give and go here. They say it was a kick ball, but they don't call it. Courtney Williams gets to that mid-range jump shot. The net does not even move. She knocks it down again. You cannot back off of her from there. It's a 1-point game here. 42-41. Courtney Williams up to 11 points here. Salon with the ball. She's been quiet. Van Loo, deep 3. Off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Gets tipped to Shepard. And Shepard is going to bring it across half court. Shepard. They fake the handoff. Shepard attacks Salon. Spin move. That's a foul. And she'll go to the line for 2. Jessica Shepard attacking the rookie Salon. And she'll go to the line. It could have been a kick ball there on that bounce pass from Van Loo. But refs don't call it. You got to respond. But Courtney Williams comes down and knocks down that midi, boy. I know analytics will say the mid-range game isn't the most efficient shot, but when you have that tool in your toolbox, it makes you that much more of a better player. Look at all the greats in basketball. All the great scorers, Mike, Kobe. You got Kawhi. You see now the young gun Shea. He likes that mid-range jump shot as well. Tie game here, 42 all. She missed one and made one. Burton is back in the game here. Veronica Burton attacking Courtney Williams. Gets it in the corner to Salon. Salon over to Hayes. Hayes for 3, too long. Fight for the rebound. Hayes tips it out to McBride, but McBride tips it to Shepard. She's one-on-one with Salon. Spin move. Corner to Bridget. Up top to McBride. Transition 3. Bang. And just like that, the Minnesota Lynx retake the lead 45-42. Timeout, Natalie Nakase and the Valkyries. Kayla McBride, a 46% three-point shooter. You got to stay attached to her. Catches it in transition. Quick release. Cash. So we have a timeout here. We're going to take a look at the box score. Salute to everybody still hanging around who are joining the stream. Make sure you leave a like if you like this type of content. Subscribe. Follow on the Twitch. Salute to Twitch and the YouTube. Appreciate you guys on this Sunday evening here on the East Coast. Snowman, salute. What's going on, bro? I'm all good. Almost had a scare here. Spilled some water on my desk here, but everything is good otherwise. Also, I was at the Liberty game earlier today. We destroyed the Connecticut Sun, so I'm in a good mood. I don't think I've ever heard Temi Fagbenle talk. She's talking now. I forgot she's from the UK. I forgot she's from Great Britain. It caught me off guard for a second. All right, let's take a look at the box score. Kayla Thornton, quiet. She hasn't been made too much noise since the first quarter. Janelle Salon 2, 5 for Tiffany Hayes, 6 for Burton, 14 for Kate Martin off the bench. This has been her quarter. Tor says, is 48-point win the largest you've seen with my own 2 eyes? Yeah. in like actually in person, that's the largest lead I've ever seen. And it was like from the word go, it was incredible to watch. It was something else. Everybody was scoring, everybody was hitting threes, defense was flying around. And then we got our starters some rest. That was our 4th game in 6 days or something like that. So it was good to get our starters some extended rest and see what the bench had to offer. It should have been worse. It should have been a bigger lead, but towards the end the bench started to give it up a bit. Maddox was good. Yeah, Liberty looking really good. Yeah, just talking about them just now. Liberty looking really good. Nafisa with 12, Courtney Williams with 11. Those are the leading scorers for the Lynx. Bridget Carlton with 9. Broadcast restart, and Common is in the building. The actor, rapper, musician, Common. Ball and play with the Valkyries here. They get it over to Burton. Burton back to Hayes. Hayes gets into the paint, step through move, left hand scoop is good. I've been seeing that a lot lately. I think people have been watching Nafisa's bag here. with that step through move. It looks like a travel sometimes, but they've been allowing it in all leagues. So, oh, Kayla McBride with the pity pat dribble goes for the underhand scoop and scores. Kayla McBride. It's 47-44. Burton gets it over to Hayes. Hayes back to Burton. Burton fakes the three. Goes behind the back on McBride. Oh my goodness. Veronica Burton. I never seen you do that in my life. Pump fake, left hand dribble behind the back, over past Kayla McBride to the right hand lay. My bad, Veronica. You got it. Missed by the Lynx though. Rebound to Kayla Thornton. Hayes over to Burton, who gives it to Fagbenle. Left hand finish is good for Temi Fagbenle. I think that's her first points of the game. It is. No man, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Shoot me an email, and we could definitely set something up. Sorry, I'm trying to process the game. Lynx miss again, and they call a foul on the Fisa. Foul on the Fisa. Second personal on the Fisa, but they showing the replay of that Veronica Burton move. Pump fake, left hand dribble behind the back to the right to the lay, and then on the next possession, pocket pass to Fagbenle for the layup. Fagbenle at the line for the first free throw. She knocks it down. I have to remember what team was home and what team was away. And in fact, Bentley buries the second. So Valkyries retake the lead here, 50-47. They're competing, and that's all you can ask for a first year team, a newly created team. Foul on Hayes for holding McBride there. Looks like the Valkyries are in the bonus though. Valkyries are in the bonus, so I'm gonna put the bonus thing up. Um, Snowman email is J.JordanTVNY@gmail.com. It's also on my YouTube page. So JAY.JordanTVNY@gmail. Shoot me an email and we could definitely set something up. McBride, first free throw is up. She rattles it in. Nick says Liberty look every bit like the champs. That team is definitely strong. Yeah. We look good. We look good. Granted that was against a rebuilding Connecticut Sun, but we look good. There's still room for improvement. She hits the second. It's a 1 point game here, 50-49. Nick, salute for tuning in. Salute. Hayes with the ball. Hayes over to Salon. Man, she almost threw it into the crowd, but Salon jumped up and saved it. Back to Hayes. Hayes looking to Thornton. Thornton gets the handoff into the paint, goes up, left hand layup. Oh, she misses it. Rebound in the Fisa. Lynx on the run here. Oh, but Tiffany Hayes picks it off. Bad pass by Fee. Hayes goes up. Easy lay. Defense to offense in an instant. Hayes lurking in the weeds there. Pounced on that loose pass from Nafisa. Easy layup on the other end. 30 seconds to go here before halftime. Valkyries have the 3-point lead. Courtney Williams with the ball. Dribbling out by half court. Wants to screen from Nafisa. That's their pet play. Gets to the paint. Courtney Williams misses the easy layup. Rebound. Burton on the run. Slow it down, Burton, and she does something dumb. A jump pass and turns it over. Outlet to Courtney Williams, who does the veteran thing and slows it down. They'll play for the final shot. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Courtney over to Bridget. Back to Courtney, and they call a foul. Oh, they bailed them out. They bailed them out with 0.7 on the clock. That's funny. You know, Temi Fagbenle is from the UK. She did the VAR signal instead of the review. That is hilarious. She did the VAR soccer signal. But that's a foul on Hayes, I believe, with 0.7 on the clock. Oh, so they called it on Fag Benley. Excuse me. They called the foul on Fag Benley away from the play on Nafisa. Both teams in the bonus. So Nafisa's at the line. She hits the first. Man, they play great defense. They with .7 on the clock, they foul and give up potentially 2 points here. And Nafisa hits both, and it's a 1 point game. .7 on the clock. They'll just Veronica throws a half court shot, full court shot up. She's hit a half court one already this season at the buzzer. But that's it. But salute the Valkyries competing here. Oh, I added it to the wrong team, y'all. It's 51-52. Valkyries in the lead here. 51-52 at the half. All right. So let me get things ready for the third quarter right quick. And then we'll take a look at the box score, the team stats, and then the other games that took place today. All right. Cool. So we're set for the third quarter. Let's take a look at the halftime report sponsored by nobody, myself. All right, halftime. 52-51 Valkyries over the Lynx. Let me just refresh, just make sure we got the most up-to-date stats possible. All right, so Minnesota outscored Golden State 27-23 in the first quarter. Second quarter, Valkyries outscored the Lynx 29-24, which is why they have the 1 point lead. All right, for the Lynx, Bridget Carlton, 17 minutes, 9 points, 2 assists. She's hit one of her 3 threes. Alana Smith, no points, does have 3 fouls, 2 blocks. Not good so far. Nafisa, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 of 9 shooting. She's hit all 5 of her free throws. Kayla McBride, 12 points, 2 for 2 from 3-point range. She's only missed 1 shot, 4 or 5. And Courtney Williams started off hot, hitting mid-range after mid-range. She's 5 of 9. She has 11 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Carly Samuelson off the bench, 7 minutes, 3 points. Jessica Shepard, 2 points in her 8 minutes with 3 rebounds. Alyssa Pali, no points. Heidemann, no points. They're shooting 51% from the field, 54% from 3, and 84% from the line. They only have 5 turnovers as a team. For the Valkyries, Kayla Thornton, 7 points. My bad, let me mute this right quick. Kayla Thornton, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Janelle Salon with 2 points. She's been quiet. She's on my fantasy team. She need to wake up. Temi Fagbenle with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Tip Hayes with 9 points in her return, wearing the Zorro mask. And Veronica Burton with 8 points and 3 assists. Had a nice behind the back move that's going to be on some highlights later on when I get around to it. Stephanie Talbot, no points in her 5 minutes. Mo Billings, energy off the bench, 5 points and 6 rebounds in her 9 minutes. Xander Lassini with 3 points. Julie Van Loo with no points, but she does have 3 assists and 2 steals. Kate Martin, 14 points in the second quarter, hitting threes, getting fouled and ones. She was doing it all there in the quarter. And Carla Late played 3 minutes, no points for her. Valkyrie shooting 45% from the field, 35% from 3, 87.5% from the line, and they have 6 turnovers as a team. Let me take a quick look at the comments. Thunderhawk Salute says Golden State has a pretty good team. Yes, they do. Just touched on Kate. And which team looks better right now, Lynx or Liberty? I know they have the same record. Maddox asked that question. I would say Liberty. But I don't think it's by much. We have played. I have to look at the teams that they've played. I mean, the only team that we played that has a winning record is probably the Aces, right? Probably the Aces. I think we played. Did we play the Fever when they had a winning record? I think, or they probably had a tied record. But who else? We'll have to see how the games, the teams that they've played already. The Priest Home, salute. Everything is well. Thanks for joining on the stream. We just went over the box score of this game. We are currently at halftime. Currently at the half. Let's take a look at the team stats actually. Team stats in terms, I want to see points off of turnovers. So off the 5 turnovers for the Lynx, they've conceded 8 points off of those turnovers. For the 6 turnovers for the Valkyries, they've conceded 7 points off of those turnovers. Priest Home says, who am I going for? I don't really have a rooting interest. I would like to see the Valkyries pull off a win against the Lynx, but I'm a neutral fan. My squad already won today. My Liberty. So I'm in a good mood. Let me show y'all something right quick. At the game, they gave away these little towels. It was the mascot's birthday, so they gave away these towels. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. They gave away these towels at the game. Dang, I don't know my left from my right. But that was cool. I got like a ton of towels here from all the games I've been to over the past couple of years that they just literally sit here in the room. But back to the matter at hand. Yeah, so let's see. There was one flagrant foul on Alana Smith invading Kate Martin's landing space. So that was the only flagrant foul we had. But the rebounding battle's pretty close. 18 for the Valkyries, 15 for the Minnesota Lynx. Fast break points, the Valkyries are destroying in that category. 17 fast break points compared to 7 for the Lynx. So they're getting out in transition quickly. And they also are winning the points in the paint battle. 18 points in the paint, only 8 for the Lynx. That's something to keep an eye on. The Valkyries are feasting inside. Sigma, salute. Salute from Brazil. Valks or Lynx? I'll say Valks. I mean, if you guys want me to choose, I'll say Valks. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to create a poll on the YouTube. If you're on the YouTube, I'm about to create a poll, so stay tuned. Since it's a close game, I guess the poll could still work. Who will win this game? Is it the Lynx or the Valks? Starting a poll. Make sure you vote. It's on the YouTube. Make sure you vote. How's the crowd size at Golden State? It looks pretty packed in there. I haven't heard them announce an actual number. But it like the lower bowl is definitely packed. Right now it's halftime, so people are out getting food and stuff. But it's definitely packed in there, and you can hear it through the broadcast. RC was good, bro. It's a great game thus far. Need the Lynx to stop playing with the Valks, though. I mean, the Lynx have been a really good second half team. They've climbed back from deficits in the fourth quarter to steal wins. So I wouldn't put it past them to happen again. Salute, Sigma. Salute from the great state of New York. Let me stop. Nobody ever says the great state of New York, but salute from up north. Nikki, what's going on? Let's go Lynx. The girls always pull through in the fourth. Yep, exactly. They always find a way, even though they look like they're struggling. They always find a way to pull it off. All right. While we have some time, we're still at halftime. If you're just joining, salute to everybody just joining. We're still at halftime. We're going to take a look at the games from earlier today. So bear with me as I get all that ready. So we're going to start with the first game of the day, which was my squad, the New York Liberty, first team to be 7-0 in this season. The first 7-0 start in Liberty history. A lot of history going on with my team. We tied the record for most threes made in a game again. We just set that record on Thursday. Whenever we played Chicago, we set the record this season. Then we tied it again tonight. Went for the jugular. We're trying to break the record, but we just couldn't buy a 3 in the fourth quarter. We still end up smacking up the Connecticut Sun 100-52. Yes, Sigma. We smacked them up really good. First quarter, we outscored them 31-13. That third quarter really did them in 30-8. They won the fourth quarter when our bench was in. I'm going to show a quick box score. You can see the plus minus on the Connecticut Sun. Marina Mabry with a -55. I've never seen that in my entire life, but it just wasn't their night. Just wasn't their night. The defense was too strong. And for the Liberty, balanced scoring. Everybody who came in the game scored at least 2 points. The starters, nobody played more than 23 minutes for the starters. It was just an all around game. Nothing really to talk about there. We smacked them up pretty good. So Liberty are 1-0 in Commissioner's Cup. Next games, y'all. Yeah, Nick, 8-point quarter is not good. Sorry. Next game we had. We had the Aces visiting the Seattle Storm. Jewel Lloyd visiting her old team again. Aces end up winning this game 75-70. Let's take a quick look at the box score. The leader in scoring was Asia Wilson, 19 points, 7 rebounds, had 4 blocks. I think they said that's her 3rd or 4th game with 3+ blocks. First time in history or something along those lines. So salute to Asia on that. Aaliyah Nye, the rookie out of Alabama, career high 10 points. Played really well today for them. For the Seattle Storm, their leading scorer, Gabby Williams, with 20 points. The rest of their starters didn't play particularly well in the scoring department. Dominique Malunga, the number 2 overall pick, finished with 8 points and 2 assists in 13 minutes. Had a shot to get it to a 1-point game with about 10 seconds left. Missed it. But the more she gets minutes, the more she'll get acclimated to the league. She's only 19 years old. The sky is the limit for her. I shouldn't even say the sky is the limit. It might be past her potential is limitless. And the other game that took place today, Phoenix Mercury versus the LA Sparks. The Sparks were beating up on the Mercury, and then you see this third quarter, 24-9 in the third quarter for Phoenix to get back in this game. They end up winning by 5, 85-80. Listen, I don't know how this Phoenix Mercury team is doing this without Kalia Copper. Today they were without Alyssa Thomas, but it's Satu Sabali and the Pips. Satu Sabali finishes with 24, and then you have Catherine Westbeld. Yes, that is the sister of Maddie Westbeld out of Notre Dame, currently with the Chicago Sky. She had 15. 10 points for rookie Monica Koa-Makani. Khadija Laksa, 15. Like, look at these. Like, I don't be... Honestly, if I didn't... These players are not known to, like, the common fan. But, except, like, Sammy Whitcomb. She's been in the league a while. But look at these players, and they're able to beat a team with De'Erica Hamby, Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Plum. It's crazy. 32 for Odyssey Sims, though. Salute to her. 15 for Hamby. Alamon got the start. Finished with a donut, but she had 6 assists. Azare with 5. Kelsey Plum with 15 on 4 of 19 shooting. That girl never seen a shot she don't like. And then their bench didn't really do anything. So Phoenix up 2-0 in that series. Interesting. All right, time to look at the comments. My bad, guys. I was just trying to get through that before the game restarts. We're at halftime. If you're just joining, I was just going over the games from earlier today. Nick says, theme of the day, holding your opponent under 10 points in a quarter means you win the game. Yeah, that's what it appears to be. 24-9 in a quarter is crazy. For a team with just Satu Sabali and Tito Jackson and the other brothers. I'm over here throwing shade to the Jackson family. Forgive me, but you know what I'm trying to say. Maddox said, RC says, what's wrong with the Sparks, Jay? Not even Kelsey Plum is helping them win more games. Yeah, it's I don't know. I to be honest with you, I watched a couple Sparks games. I'm not too sure what the issue is for them. Kelsey is playing a lot of minutes, though. What she played today, 34 minutes. I remember the first couple games of the season, she was playing like 40 minutes. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when Cam Brink comes back. What does that help on the defensive end? Rakia is still out. So they have some players missing. So I'll give them some grace here. I'll give them some grace. All right. Before we go back to the game, as they're just coming back on broadcast, let's take a look at the standings. So currently, these are the current standings. Liberty at 7-0. Lynx could potentially tie if they win tonight at 7-0, but they're 6-0 right now. The Dream are 5-2. The Phoenix Mercury are 5-2. The Aces are 4-2 in 5th place. Seattle drops down to 6 with a 3-4 record. Washington 3-4, and the Valkyries at 2-3. Then we have the Fever, Sky, Sparks, Wings, and Sun in 9th through 13th. Remember, guys, it's a 44-game season. It's still early, so no time to panic. No time to panic. All right, cool. Let me pull back up the box score here, so when I come back to it, it's readily available. And then we're good to go. Salute to everybody hanging around for the halftime report sponsored by myself. We're getting back to the action here shortly. They're just showing the stats that I just mentioned to you. I didn't mention that the Valkyries have 22 points off the bench compared to 5 for the Valkyries. Ball back in play here with the Lynx, excuse me. Ball with Nafisa. Nafisa guarded by Fag Bentley. It's the starters in the game for both teams here. Bridget Carlton tries to drive, and they call another foul on Tiffany Hayes. She is not pleased. Let me end this poll. And the results were 8 out of the 18 votes. 61% say Valks, 38% say Lynx. Tiffany Hayes with 4 fouls, by the way. 4 fouls for Tip Hayes. Ball in play with the Lynx. That was ball to McBride. McBride, hesitation dribble out to Alana Smith. Right side to Courtney. Courtney tries to get to the mid. He can't. They throw down the fee. Help defense by Thornton. And they call a foul by Nafisa. Kayla Thornton, leaped over there like a cornerback. I should say like a safety over the middle. Picked that off and fell on her knee. And she's on the floor here. She's sitting up. She really read that and it's her hand. Her hand gets jammed there a bit. K9 says Valks are horrible at closing games. That is true. They're a young, new team. They don't know. They don't have a person who's like, give me the ball and I'll make things work. They don't have that type of player currently. Tiffany Hayes can be that player, but I don't know at this point in her career, 13 seasons in, you want her to be that player. Kayla shaking it off. Look like she's okay. Valkyries with the ball. Burton gets it to Salon. Salon's been quiet. Guarded by Nafisa. She crosses over. Gets it back to Burton. Burton drives back to Salon. Salon for 3. Short. Rebound to Burton. Offensive rebound. Salon gets it back to Burton. Burton resets. Comes off to that screen. Cross-court pass to Xander Lassini. So I should say that's a little different than who actually started. And it's a miss there. Almost another offensive rebound, but the Lynx have it. So no, I think they did take Tiffany Hayes out. That's why Xander Lassini's in, excuse me. Ball deflected out of bounds by the Valkyries on that pass from the Lynx, and it will stay with Minnesota. Ball back in play with the Lynx here. Courtney Williams, top of the key, comes off that screen from Nafisa. Hesitation, goes to the floater. Oh, good block by Burton from behind. She gets the rebound, foul. Oh, and 1. Courtney Williams gets blocked, gets her offensive rebound, and Burton fouls her and 1. Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul by Burton. Maddox at the Liberty are the OKC Thunder. I hope not. I hope not. The Liberty won the championship already. You gotta go to a team that's won a championship before, my friend. And Courtney Williams completes the 3-point play. And the Lynx have a 2-point lead, 54-52. Burton with the ball, attacks left-hand side. Comes off the screen, wide open, drives into the paint, draws the foul, and she'll go back to the line for more free throws, Veronica Burton. Oh, no, this might be her first free throws of the game. I thought she got fouled already. JP watching on mute because your commentary is great. Salute, my friend. Appreciate you always tuning in when you can. Appreciate it. Burton hits the first free throw. Veronica at 9 points. She's averaging 10 points a game this season. Maddox said, who do the Liberty play similar like in the NBA? A team with 2 former MVPs an international 3-and-D player, and a young prodigy guard in Sabrina, and Natasha Cloud, a veteran point guard. There's nobody you could really line up with that, and who's won a championship. It's tough to line up with that. Play style wise, they don't play like anybody either. I know they have the 5-out offense now, but they don't really play anything. Valkyries tie the game up. Sorry, Burton hits the free throw. Nafisa gets the foul line jump shot. And what do you think happened? She knocks it down. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 56-54. Nafisa Collier retakes the lead for the Lynx. Nafisa's up to 16. She better go. I don't know where I have her. Salon, step back jump shot. She's been really quiet. Rebounding Nafisa over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams probing. Gets it to McBride. No hesitation. She misses. Fight for the rebound. Alana Smith goes up and grabs it. Gets it to Fee on the baseline. They get it up top to Courtney Williams. Kayla Thornton reads it again. Gets the steal. Kayla Thornton on the run. Left-hand layup is good. KT. It was good to see her at Barclays we gave her ring for her contributions to our championship last year against this Minnesota Lynx team. And she picks the pass off, goes coast to coast for the lay. 56 all. Nafisa sets up for a three. Halfway down and out. Rebound to KT again. Thornton with the ball. Hesitation. Tries to attack Bridget Carlton. Up top to Burton. Burton calls out the play. Burton. Corner to Fagbenle for three. Off the back rim. Chase down the rebound. Alana Smith has it. Alana Smith. Spin move. Hands it off to Courtney Williams, who slows it down. Williams coming off the screen, going right. She steps into a three. If she hits this, Courtney Williams, when she hits that three, it's pick your poison. Because you go over the screen, she'll go to the basket. You go under, she can step back and hit that three. 59-56. Burton to the basket, takes some contact and lays it in. Tough layup by Veronica Burton. She's really shown a lot of improvement offensively in her game over the years. Salute to Veronica. Kayla McBride bounce pass to Courtney Williams. She hesitates for three this time. Now pulls it. Miss. Rebound to Salon. Salon pushes it up the court. Over to Xander Lassini. Comes off the screen. They know the Lynx know Xander Lassini. They play her really tight off those screens. Burton off the screen this time. Finds the rolling Salon. Attacks Nafisa. Nafisa gets a piece of it. And the Lynx have the rebound. Courtney Williams on the run here. Courtney Williams they get it down to Nafisa. Fagbenle with her. I thought she was about to hit the one-leg step back, but she doesn't. Passes it back out. Left side to McBride. Down in the post to Alana Smith against Burton. They send the help. Bridget Carlton for three in the corner. Misses. Rebound to Xander Lassini. Good defensive rotation by the Valkyries. Oh, Kayla Thornton into the lane. Drops it off to Xander Lassini. She dribbles. Ball deflected. Stolen by Alana Smith. Over to McBride. McBride, hesitation for three. Gets it to Williams. Williams backs it out. Calls for the screen. Nafisa Courtney. Screen. Nafisa slips out of it. Courtney Williams doesn't know what to do. 8 seconds on the clock. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble. Over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget steps into a three from the left wing. Short. Her shot has just been short. Rebound to the Valkyries, and they have a 1-point deficit right now. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the third. Burton, in and out dribble. Gets the switch to Carlton onto her. Salon has the ball now. Left side of the floor. Picks up her dribble. Hand off to KT. KT over to Burton. Burton with 3 on the clock. Oh, she stumbles over her feet. KT has to chuck from far, and it doesn't hit anything. It's a shot clock violation. We have a timeout here. Burton turned her left ankle trying to do like a nice little dribble move and hurt her ankle. She's walking it off though. But we have a timeout here. Halfway through the third. It's 4:47 to go. Valkyries down 1, 59-58. Yeah, Tor, I was mentioning that earlier. Her threes have been off. I don't know if she just played too much basketball. Because remember, she was in the finals with the Lynx. Went overseas to Turkey to play. They did pretty well in Turkey and then came right back and started training camp in the W. So I don't know if her legs are just going, because when your shots are short, that's like a lot of legs. you're not getting enough lift in your legs, especially if you're a jump shooter. So something to keep an eye on with Bridget. And there's no breaks this year, no Olympic breaks, so there's no time off besides the All-Star break, which is like a day or a couple days or so. So something to keep an eye on with Bridget. Catching up on some comments. Sigma says Valks win. I mean, a lot of the chat thinks so. A lot of the chat thinks at least who voted think the Valkyries will win. Con Landing, salute. Always coming with the facts. Let's see. Let me zoom out a little bit. People are talking online that the FIFA should try to acquire Kate Martin to fill in until Caitlin Clark comes back. If I was Golden State and Indy calls me about trading for Kate, I want Lexi Hull in return. Oh, I have to look. I haven't seen that, but the money has to match as well. The Fever don't have a lot of money, but the money would have to match. So, but I don't know if the Valkyries would accept that anyway. They chose Kate Martin for a reason in the expansion draft. Ryan Cross said Veronica Burton is a star. Yeah, she's trying. She's stepping into that role. I mean, she is the point guard, the starting point guard, so she does have to command the offense and know when to. She still has to work on her decision making a little bit, but her offensive and her defense was always there. Her offensive game is coming along nicely, which is good to see. Maddox says, "Do I think it'll be a finals rematch this year? I don't know. There are a lot of good teams out there. Currently, it looks that way, but you know anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I don't want to predict that." John says under. I don't know what you're trying to say there, my friend. But salute for joining the stream. Salute to everybody in the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. I've been doing these watch-alongs for a couple years now, a couple seasons now. My team is the Liberty, as you can see. But I do watch-alongs for a bunch of other teams in the W because I watch the games. I might as well stream them and talk about them with you guys as we're back in play here. So thanks for tuning in. Yeah, James. Yeah, I was at that game earlier. We clapped him up really good today. Kayla McBride jump shot is off. Ball goes out. Oh, Nafisa saves it, but right to Fagbenle. Over to Steph Talbot, who's checked into the game. Gets it in the corner to Xander Lassini up top to Van Loo. Van Loo, bad pass to, they call a foul there on, who's that? Jessica Shepard pushing Fagbenle in the back in the post there. Her second foul of the game. So it will remain Valkyries basketball. Van Loo to inbound. Whoa. I don't know where she was passing that, but Kayla Thornton comes to save it. Thornton in the post. Out to Fagbenle. She can shoot threes. Oh, halfway down and out. McBride with the rebound. Over to Heidemann, who's checked in for Courtney Williams. Over to Bridget Carlton. We were just talking about her threes, and she buries one. We were just talking about her threes, but you can't leave her open still. It's 62-58. Fagbenle out to Van Loo. They leave her wide open. She could bury those, and she misses the wide open one. That was probably her easiest shot of the night. Lynx on the run here. Heidemann pushing up the court. Slows it down. That's a carry. They don't call it. Over to Carlton. Right side to Jessica Shepard. Sorry, I hit the mic there. Over to Bridget Carlton. Carlton attacks. Gets cut off by Xander Lassini. And she travels. They don't call it. Over to Shepard. Shepard attacks the paint. She steps out of bounds. Great defense and switching there. Xander Lassini was guarding Shepard. She was guarding Carlton. And she forces a turnover there. Ryan says Julie Van Loo is always a bad pass. Yeah, she's a little reckless there. The Belgian second-year player in the W. Van Loo with the ball over to Talbot. Talbot in the post against Carlton. She thinks better of it. Gets it out to Thornton. Thornton up top to Van Loo. 8 on the clock. Van Loo attacks left. Gets it to Mo Billings. Mo Billings fakes the pass. Goes into the paint. Throws a ball off balance. I don't even know what that shot was, but it misses badly. Rebound to Fee. Fee on the run here. Hand off to McBride. McBride gets into the paint. She loves that scoop layup. It's good. 64-58. Chat. Salute Andrew. He said, chat, who you think will win this game? They said Valkyries earlier, but some people said Lynx. But and the turnover there by the Valks. Nafisa with the steal. 9 turnovers for Golden State. Nafisa comes across half court, gets into the handoff with Heidemann. Heidemann sets behind the screen. 3. Oh, timeout, Natalie. And she read my mind. Natalie Nakase calls a timeout, and we're up to a 9-point lead here for the Minnesota Lynx. 67-58. You cannot give this Minnesota team any life. You keep turning the ball over, they will make you pay. So Nafisa comes, hands off to Heidemann. Julie Van Loo tries to go under. And Heidemann has enough time to set her feet, test the wind in the arena, and knocks down the 3. $67.58. Let's take a quick look at the box score while we're in a timeout right here. 67-58. So as you can see, Minnesota's outscoring them 16-6 here in the third quarter. 16-6. That's the difference in this quarter right now. Bridget Carlton up to 12 points on 2 made threes. 16 for Fee with 8 rebounds. 14 for McBride. 17 for Courtney Williams. For the Valkyries, they may need to get Kate Martin back in. She had a 14-point second quarter. I haven't seen her since. Veronica Burton with 12. 9 for Hayes. Hayes has 4 fouls as well. 9 for Thornton. Salon having a stinker tonight. Only 2 points. All right, back to the matter at hand here. It's going to be Valkyries ball after that timeout. Natalie Nakase read my mind. They needed to stop the bleeding there. Xander Lassini gets it into Van Loo. JP, Lynx always play with their food before eating. And that's a foul on Heidemann. Foul on Heidemann will be a sideline out of bounds at half court. Kate Martin, as I predicted, has checked back in as Van Loo. Kate Martin, Xander Lassini, Steph Talbot, and Monique Billings. And they get the ball in. The Valkyries to Van Loo. She crosses half court. For the Lynx, it's Samuelson, Carlton, Shepard, Fee, and Heidemann. Oh, good cut by Martin. Gets into the paint and gets fouled. Kate Martin comes into the game and good things happen. She gets fouled on the reach in there. She'll go back to the line for free throws. Ryan says it's pretty clear that New York and Minnesota aren't going to lose a game until they face each other. They face each other all the way in July, I think. And we have a challenge here by Coach Reeve. She's challenging the foul call against Kate Martin. So we'll see what the referees decide here, whether it's a foul or not. Let's see. They're showing the replay. Ooh, that might have been a clean strip by Heidemann. It might have just got old ball. This angle should tell us she got the hand, but hand is part of the ball, they say. Nikki said the Lynx are going to eat the Liberty on 7:30. You know, eat our dust. We going to blow y'all out. Let me stop. That was a corny dad joke. Nah, but it should be a good game. We'll see where the teams are at on July 30th. We'll see, but I hope we beat you guys. Yeah, Andrew. This is a good comment here. The Phoenix Mercury are going to be a real dark horse. They're not even at their final form yet. Kalia Copper's still out. Alyssa Thomas hasn't played the last couple games. And they're still finding a way to win games with Satu Sabali and what's another group I can badmouth? Satu Sabali and the dang. I can't even think of a background singers to a pop star. But it's Satu and the background singers. They're still determining whether this foul will stand or not, so that's what we're waiting for at the moment. Salute to everybody. I always gotta repeat myself, but I appreciate you guys all tuning in for the stream. To watch this game along with me, listen to some play-by-play, discuss some of the WNBA storylines that are basketball focused. I don't really pay attention to the things that are not basketball related. meaning like stuff outside of the game. So appreciate you guys tuning in. James, salute, my friend. JP said I'm too young for dad jokes. Yeah, I know. Also, they do say it was not a foul. So I don't. We're trying to find out who had what possession was. They say it's a jump ball since nobody had a possession. Cheryl Reeve is talking to the ref about something. I don't know what the discussion was. The commentators weren't really talking about it. Ryan says not to be a total Fever fanboy, but the Fever only lost by 1 point. Yeah, you have a point there. You have a point there. But we shall see. We shall see. It's not gonna be a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination. Just hope Kate gets back healthy and we can have everybody at full strength, so there are no excuses. Van Loo back in the game over to Kate. Kate for three off the back rim, rebound to Jessica Shepard. This is danger time here for the Valkyries. They can't afford to go down too far. Going into the fourth, Heidemann with the ball down to Fee. Fee faces up, pump fakes, gets stripped by Talbot. Fight for the rebound. It's a jump ball there between Fee and Billings. No, man, we all listen. We all got our teams that we fan about. Listen, we were losing, but we were beating this team by 50 today, and I was still mad at some of the turnovers we had. It's just passion for your team, you know. Jump ball is up, and the Lynx retain possession. 7 on the shot clock. Heidemann left side drives by Talbot. Step back, baseline jump shot, bounces around, rebound to Talbot. Van Loo on the run here. Van Loo gets to the 3-point line, gets it down to Mo Billings. Mo Billings against Bridget Carlton. I've never seen Mo Billings do that in my entire life. Turn around fade over the right shoulder, and she buries it all net. Salute Mo out of UCLA. It's 67-60. Heidemann down to Jessica Shepard in the post against Talbot. Oh, gets the ball stripped again. Great hands by Talbot. That's back-to-back strips. Van Loo over to Talbot. Talbot almost travels. Gets it to Xander Lassini. Wide open for three. Oh, she misses it. That would have blew the roof off the place. Samuelson over to Nafisa. Over to Carlton. Carlton right-hand side. Carlton in and out dribble. Picks up her dribble. Oh, that should have been a steal. They get it to Samuelson. Down to Fee. At the nail. Fee. Jab. Pull. Too strong. Rebound to Talbot. Talbot's everywhere on the defensive end. Van Loo with the ball. You got to look really carefully. Talbot and Xander Lassini got the same bun. Shut up, Siri. Oh, Kate Martin misses threes, and Valkyries missed a shot at 67-60. We got 18 seconds to go. Heidemann at half court. 9 seconds. 8, 7. Heidemann to Fee. Left hand side. Fee turns around. Gets it to Bridget Carlton. Comes off the curl. And she's off balance. Shepard gets fouled on the offensive rebound. And 1.4 seconds left. They foul again with under 2 seconds left on the clock. So Shepard will go to the line for 2 free throws. That's tough. That is tough, people. That's tough. Not ideal. Shepard first free throw is up and cashes it in. Minnesota, yeah, Ryan. Minnesota is too tough. You cannot fall asleep on this team. You can be up and she misses the second fight for the rebound, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the third quarter, Minnesota 68, Valkyries 60. Let's get ready for the fourth and final quarter after these short messages. I'm not going anywhere, but you know No, that's what they say on broadcast. I was just trying to mimic them. Okay. So, box score 68-60. Minnesota outscores the Valkyries, excuse me, 17-8 in that quarter. We just mentioned it earlier. Mentions it? Nick. When Nick mentioned it, the team that scores single digits in the quarter usually loses, and we'll see if that applies again today. Well, not today, but in this game. Bridget Carlton, 12 points. Alana Smith, 0 points right now. 16 points for Nafisa with 9 rebounds. 14 for McBride. 17 for Courtney Williams. I haven't seen her a lot in that third quarter. Carly Samuelson with 3. Shepard with 3. Heidemann with 3. Valkyries, you got Thornton with 9. She's been pretty quiet. 2 for Salon. She's been absolutely quiet. But that's expected for a rookie in the league. 4, Temifag Benley. Tiffany Hayes dealing with the 4 fouls, just throwing off her rhythm. 12 for Veronica Burton. Their bench, you have Stephanie Talbot playing solid defense, but no points for her. Mo Billings with 7, 3 for Xander Lassini. You got none for Van Loo. 14 for Kate Martin off the bench, and Carla Late played 3 minutes, didn't score, and she hasn't seen the floor since. All right, so we're getting ready for the fourth quarter. Salute to everybody still hanging around on the stream. Appreciate you guys tremendously. I will say I want you guys to follow or subscribe, I should say, to the highlights channel. I'm gonna post a link in the chat right now. Give me a second. It's the player highlights channel. If you ever wanted to see highlights of a particular player, especially when they've had a good game, I chop up the highlights after the game. I'll post a link in the chat right now. Give me a second. Player highlights channel. Can I type? No, I cannot. Subscribe. All right, posted in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. I'm a little behind. It's been a busy weekend. I think I got 2 highlights up from the Friday games. Tomorrow there are no games, so I'll have a majority of the day to catch up all the way up to today's games. So by tomorrow, I'll be all caught up. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're about to resume here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Look at me hitting the wrong stuff. Ball back in play here for the fourth and final quarter. Valkyries basketball. Van Loo. Who's on the floor? Van Loo, Talbot, Xander Lassini, Billings, and Martin. The same lineup that closed. Martin into the paint. Attacks Fee, gets cut off. Heidemann with the steal, avoids Van Loo. And Heidemann goes coast to coast on the steal and lays it in. Yikes. That's not a good play right out of the quarter break. Ryan says Carla may be the best player on the Valkyries team, but she hasn't figured out the W yet. Yeah, I was watching her a lot in Euroball. I chopped up a couple highlights of her as well. She was MVP of that finals overseas. Collier goes to the left hand side, banks it in off the glass, going left, and the Valkyries are in danger mode now. It's a 12-point lead. Martin over to Billings. Billings attacks. Billings step through move, scoop up layup, too strong. Great defense by Alana Smith, who's back in the game. McBride with the ball, comes off the screen, finds Fee. Oh, she fumbles the ball but recovers it. Out to Carly. Carly sets, fires 3, misses. Rebounds Xander Lassini. Xander Lassini in and out dribble, handoff to Van Loo. They need a spark from somebody. This is the issue with the Valkyries. They don't have somebody who's like, somebody that commands enough attention to get a bucket. Talbot, spin move, loses the ball, throws it up at the rim, and this game is slipping away. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Oh, Heidemann dives through the lane, gets fouled. Do they call it and one? And the basket counts. I think. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Oh, they do. They have changed it. 74. This game is getting away from them. The Valkyries, if the game was 20 minutes, they would have won, but unfortunately for them, it's 40 minutes. I just noticed Heidemann has a tattoo on one shoulder blade that whatever you call this area right here on your shoulder that says live and the other one says laugh. That is hilarious. She completes the 3-point play. Tiffany Hayes back in at a 15-point game. I think they waited a little bit too long. Coach Nakase, the sub, back in the starters. Kayla Thornton, Burton with the ball over to Hayes. Hayes tries to probe, back out to Burton. Burton sets, threes, up, back rims it, offensive rebound, back to Burton. Burton over to Martin, back to Burton. Burton attacks, over to Hayes. Hayes sets, threes up, short. Another offensive rebound, Burton gets it again. And they give it to Kate Martin, top of the key. I like the effort from Burton. And they call a foul there on Carly Samuelson for tripping up Tiffany Hayes off the ball. Carly Samuelson, I think, went to Stanford as well. So she's back in the Bay Area. Monique Billings to the bench. And the Valkyries trying to get it in. And and they crash into the front row. Oh my goodness. She got hit in the face again. She got hit. I think she's leaking out of her forehead. Oh, Tiffany Hayes going back to the locker room. She just cannot catch a break. Oh my goodness. Tiffany Hayes and facial injuries. She had the mask on. Heidemann goes for the ball and she gets hit in the face and then crashes into a fan's knee on the sideline. Ooh. And her nose is already, and she takes off the mask immediately. Oh man, Tip is about to be out another couple games. They're showing the person with the dog I was telling about. She really got her dog on her lap. It's like some, I don't even know what type of dog that is. One of y'all who watching the game, you can tell me what type of dog that is. But dang, that nose was already compromised. And even with the mask didn't really protect it as much as she probably thought it would, or it should. I don't know. But she gets right back to the locker room. So Tip Hayes, man, that's tough. Yeah, Tori, that's probably what it is. Probably a mix of that and something else. Both coaches are confused at what the call will be. They called a foul on Samuelson. That's what the foul call has been determined to be. Ryan, what I never heard of that before. I'm gonna have to look it up while we have a little break here. Yes, you are absolutely right, my friend. I just looked it up. He's right. It's a Bichon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a Franco-Belgian breed of dog. Ball back in play. Back to the more impressive, more pressing matters. The Lynx get the force the turnover, and it ball is back with them. Heidemann comes off the screen, probing, and Van Loo. The crowd is getting a little restless here. Crowd getting a little restless. Van Loo to the bench. She ain't been doing nothing out there. Just go take a seat. Um, Ball back and play with the Lynx. Alana Smith to McBride. Comes off the screen. McBride behind the back dribble. Out to Alana Smith. 8 on the clock. Hand off to Heidemann. Heidemann pump fakes. Goes to her left. Corner to Samuelson. Lock. Load. Fire. 3. Misses. Long rebound. Burton gets it. Burton on the run. Nobody there to help She slows it down, but reverses, goes into the paint, hangs, hits, and gets hit, I should say. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Burton up to 12 points tonight. She averages 10 a game. Oh, she misses the free throw. Damn. A struggle here for the Lynx. For the Valkyries. Courtney Williams checks back in. So does Bridget Carlton. Burton, second free throw is up and good. So a 14-point game here. Still time. 7 minutes to go. But Valkyries have to stop fouling. 1. And they have to put the ball in the basket, which is the name of the game. Oh, good ball movement by the Lynx. They get it to Courtney Williams for 3. She misses. Fight for the rebound. Burton gets a fingertip off of it, and they call another foul. Crowd doesn't like it. John Smith says, first and last time watching NBA. All right, salute. Cool. That's good to hear, my friend. Yeah, Golden State's struggling right now. Ball with the Lynx. Courtney Williams over to McBride, left hand side. Over to Alana Smith. Back to Kayla McBride. Runner banks it in, foul, and 1. 77-61. This game has gotten away from them. They're being outscored 8-1 in the quarter right now. Yeah, Ryan. It was competitive first half, and once that third quarter came, it's been terrible. Chazo salute. He says Valk's foul game is on point. Yeah. Oh, she misses the free throw, and the Valkyries get the rebound. 16-point deficit here with 6.5 to go. Salon back in the game. She's been quiet, and they call the travel. So it's either they're fouling or they're traveling. So the French rookie turns the ball over. Been a microcosm of this second half for the Valks. 77-61. McBride with the ball. Left side to Fee. Fee loads for 3 on the wing. Oh my goodness. Nafisa Collier. 80-61. This is getting out of hand, people. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Burton with the ball. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Kate. Nafisa with the double-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Martin to the paint, left hand. Oh, she smokes the left hand layup. She did all the hard work and blew the bunny. Ball over to McBride. Oh, and Courtney Williams now knocks down the 3. Timeout, Valkyries. Somebody go warm up the car, because this one might be over. Salute, Ryan. Salute. All right. Well, this one got, in the words of Chris Paul, stuff got bad real quick. He didn't say stuff, but you know what he said. Stuff got bad real quick. It was just a 1-point game at halftime, and just like that, it got out of hand. Let me look at my schedule, y'all. I'm gonna see when I can stream next. Let me look towards the future. All right, salute, Nick. Thanks for joining, my friend. Art Dog, Valkyries just fell apart. Yeah, they really just fell apart. Looking at the schedule for, I should just pull it up for we can all take a look at the schedule. Schedule. Oh, that screen's not working. Let's take a look at the schedule right quick. This was an old game I was looking at. Let me pull this up. Schedule. Yeah, Tor, 9 points in 15 minutes. Drago said, how can you play this bad? It's a young team playing against a championship level team. That's the long and the short of it, as they say. Nikki said, I knew we could do it. I told y'all we would always come together in the second half. Yeah. I mean, that's I didn't expect the Valkyries to win. This game was too close, and the Lynx are just too good just to let that happen. Yeah, I mean the Valkyries are a new team. Remember, in guys, next season, two new teams come. Everybody's basically gonna be a free agent, so it's gonna be a free for all. So this was enough to make them sort of competitive, show people like, hey, look, the Valkyries, we actually have a decent organization, we have decent structure, we're actually trying to play towards something. So if you come here, you can help us bring us over the top. We have the whole Golden State Warriors influence around us. So this was an audition to the rest of the league, rest of the players in the league, like, hey, come join us next year. We have a practice facility. We got all this good stuff. You in the Bay Area, come join. So they were never aiming to be a championship team this year. Um, so that's that. What's this week? This week, there's no games tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm gonna probably stream, but the game's restarted. Let's get back to it, and then at the end, I'll go over my next streams for the week because I definitely have some time this week to stream. Burton with the ball over to Salon. Salon attacks out to Burton. Burton sets for three. Can she hit one? And she does. Veronica Burton has been one of the only bright spots here for the Valkyries in this game. 83-64 cuts it to 19. McBride over to Williams. Williams guarded by Salon. Over the feed. Down in the post, Alana Smith guarded by Burton. That's a mismatch if I've ever seen one. Gets it to Carlton. Up top to McBride. Pump fakes. Resets. Long two. And Bridget Carlton gets the offensive rebound. Nobody boxed her out. Williams over to Fee. Fee for a long three short. And Thornton gets the rebound. Elo asks, why is Thornton not shooting? Oh, man, she shrugged her off. It gets it to Salon. Can Salon hit a three? And Salon hits a three. Janelle Salon, been quiet all night, finally hits a three. Assist to Kayla Thornton, 83-67. 4.5 to go. Nafisa, and they call a foul there. Jeez, they cannot stop fouling. Golden State with another foul. So back-to-back threes there by the Valkyries, and then they erase all that stuff with a silly foul. And I think Minnesota's in the bonus. They are. So they shoot free throws the rest of the way. Nafisa at the line. She already has the double-double. Free throw is up. Oh, no, it's not up. She misses the free throw, actually. Nafisa misses the free throw. Geez, Nafisa taking a while. She's looking like Giannis out there, taking forever to shoot the free throw. Nafisa's second free throw is up and good. 84-67. 4.5 to go here. Veronica Burton with the ball. Tiffany Hayes, as expected, will not return. She traveled. They don't call it. They get it to Fag Bentley, who attacks, gets fouled by Alana Smith. That might be her fifth. Fag Bentley at the line for free throw. She knocks down the first. I just noticed I didn't stop my clock. It's 4:20 to go, y'all. Let me reset my clock right now. 4:20 to go. I'm over here doing running clock. And she misses the second, but fight for the rebound. They get it back. Kayla Thornton shoots a floater, but it's short. Salon with the rebound. Gets it back out to Thornton. Thornton against Nafisa. A rematch of the finals. Thornton shoots a three over her, and she's short, and it goes out of bounds. Nice try, KT. 84-68, 4:05 to go in this game, which has turned into a blowout. It was competitive early, but it has fallen apart here. McBride off the curl. McBride goes into the corner in front of Valkyrie's bench, picks up her dribble, gets it to Fee. Fee with it with 7 on the clock. Nafisa, handoff to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams, mid-range, Misses. Surprisingly, Salon with the rebound. Over to Burton. 3:40 to go in this game. Burton blows by Williams, gets to the paint, and gets blocked by Nafisa. Burton trying to do it all there, but ran into the Secretary of Defense down there, Defensive Player of the Year, Nafisa Collier. Burton the inbound now. They got to get it in. Oh, luckily gets it to Fagbenle. I don't know if that was the intent. Oh, Burton, snatch back. 3. Oh, that's 2 moves she hit on Courtney Williams in this game. 13-point game, 3.5 to go. Veronica Burton, snatch back dribble, sets, cash from 3. Nah, I'm telling y'all, that was never in her bag before. She's been in the lab. Snatch back on Courtney Williams and dots her eye from 3. Looks back at her with a smile like, listen, I got you. That's twice. Elo said, wow, she just missed 3 in a row. You need 3 points. Ah, that's tough, my friend. That is tough. But listen, there's some life here from the Valkyries. I think I have my score wrong. Let me see what the actual score is. I think I'm off by 1. It's 84-71. Let me take a point away from the Valks. 84-71. All right, let me get the box score right up and just get some candy right quick. All right. Let me refresh this. The score is wrong. There we go. 84-71. Valkyrie showing some life here, but it may be too little too late. We shall see. Bridget Carlton, 12 points, 22 and 11 for Nafisa. Got 16 and 6 rebounds for K-Mac. Courtney Williams with a 20-piece and 5 rebounds. Their bench not doing too much. But the Valkyries, Kayla Thornton with 9. Got 19 from Burton. She's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. 9 from Hayes, who's going to be out the rest of the game. Re-injured her nose on a collision in the crowd. 5 for Fagbenle, 5 for Salon. Kate Martin still has 14 from that second quarter. I think she had 2 points in the third. I should say that. But a bulk of her points in the second quarter. And the rest of the bench, 7 for Billings, 3 for Zandalicini. Only person who hasn't entered is Kiara Linskins for the Valkyries. Mariam Badian and Anastasia Olari Kosu, the rookie, hasn't entered yet. Diamond Miller also hasn't entered. Are they? I don't think they're hurt. Yeah, but nobody's been reported injured, so. All right, so we're about to resume here. RC came back to make sure his Lynx were taking care of business. I've been looking at the schedule, guys, for the rest of the week, and there's no games tomorrow, but there are games on Tuesday and Thursday. I should be able to stream both those days, so be on the lookout for those streams. I'm gonna look at the matchups again and see which ones I would like to do. Thursday, definitely the Liberty, because we got to stay with the home team. Courtney Williams with the ball, dancing with it in the backcourt. Veronica Burton playing tight defense on her. They get it back to her with 6 on the clock. Courtney Williams with the ball. Oh, good pass to Nafisa. Nafisa goes up, left-hand layup is good. Courtney Williams, they Valkyries played 23 seconds of good defense. They needed 24. Burton with the ball. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Fagbenle. Back to Burton. Burton comes off the screen. Burton, pity pat dribble, gets it up top to Salon, and Nafisa tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Valkyries. It's 86-71. Valkyries to inbound, sideline out of bounds. Burton gets it in to Fagbenle. Fagbenle faces up. 3 on the clock. 2. Salon pulls up for 3. They need it. Off the back rim. Rebound to KT. She goes up and lays it in. Elo, she got a 2. You might need 1 more point now. RC said, Jay, it's a 2-team race for championship gold. It's looking that way early. Looking that way. 86-73, 13-point lead, 2:20 to go. Courtney Williams off the screen. Courtney Williams to her right, out to feet, top of the key, over to Alana Smith for three. Has she shot one tonight? She misses that one, though. Rebound to Martin. Over to Burton. Burton on the run here. Burton picks up her dribble. Hands it off to Fag Bentley. She got to stop picking up her dribble. Gives it back to Burton. Burton tries to get downhill. Throws up the floater and scores. Veronica Burton, a 20-piece. She's doing everything out there. Veronica Burton, she got to have like 21 or something. 21 for Veronica Burton. Very efficient, too. 7 for 11. Over to Nafisa. Nafisa pump fake. Gets into the paint. Hangs. Hooks it. Misses. Fight for the rebound. And Alana Smith saves it right to Kayla Thornton. Thornton on the run here. Thornton gallops through the lane. And they call a jump ball. Nafisa got hands on the ball. Forces the jump ball here. Kyle Lanning said Atlanta is sneaking up to the standing. Yeah, Atlanta's been playing pretty well. I got to give him credit. Nah, but Veronica Burton's offensive game, I got to give her credit. I got to send a tweet out. Veronica Burton's offensive game has taken a leap. All right, so it's a jump ball between KT and Nafisa. That foul would have done you, if she would have got a foul, that would have done you good, Elo. Noah says, thanks for hosting, man. You're a natural at this. Really good stuff. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. I'm not really, it took me a while to get adjusted to being in front of the camera, but now it's just like I'm talking about what I'm seeing. It's fairly, I shouldn't say it's easy, but I've gotten used to it, I should say. The Valkyries lose the jump ball as I'm chatting about foolishness here. 7 on the clock. Courtney Williams doing the Harlem Globetrotters routine. Gets it to Heidemann. Heidemann step back. Doesn't shoot it. Throws it to Fee. It's a turnover. 1 minute to go. I think it might be too little too late. Kate Martin with the ball. Over to Fag Bentley. Over to Burton. Guarded by Fee. Gets it down to Salon in the post against Courtney Williams. Out to Fag Bentley. Over to Martin. Martin pulls for three and she travels. And she hits the three, but she travels. And she yells at the ref, "Are you kidding me?" Ball and play here with the Minnesota Lynx. That would have been a great momentum play there. That would have brought them within single digits. I don't think it would have been enough to get a win, but it would have made the Minnesota Lynx clench up a little bit. But Heidemann running down the clock here. 8 seconds to go. 7. Gets to the paint. Left hand scoop. Misses. Rebound by Kate. 28 seconds to go. This game's over, but let's see if those people who bet the Kayla Thornton saves it, but right to Courtney Williams, and this game is over, people. Kayla Thornton in the crowd there jumps into the cameraman, and it's 10 seconds to go here. Kayla Thornton is up on her feet. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game, people. That is the game. Minnesota, after an early scare halfway through this game, put the belt to behind in the second half. They get the win. Final score 86-75. Minnesota Lynx moved to 7-0. Let me update that on my score bug. The Valkyries moved to 2-4. In Commissioner's Cup play, the Lynx win their first game. They are the defending champions of the Commissioner's Cup. The Valkyries are 0-1 in Commissioner's Cup. Nikki says, this stream was fantastic. Thanks for hosting. Can't wait to see more games with you. Appreciate you, Nikki, for tuning in. Appreciate you. RC, man, says, if you lose 100-52, you should be called a Connecticut Duck. This guy. Salute for everybody for tuning in. We're going to take one last look at the box score before we head out, people. One last look. We're going to take a look at the schedule for the week, and then I'll be out of here as well. I got to clean up this whole desk. It's a little sticky with all. I actually spilled juice, not water. Juice on my desk. Bridget Carlton. Let's take a look at the quarter by quarter score. As we mentioned, if you score single digits in the quarter, I did see that the spread was like 12.5 at open, and oh man, that's tough. That is tough. Bridget Carlton. I'm over here doing foolishness. Minnesota in the first quarter. Minnesota outscored Golden State 27-23. Golden State outscored them 29-24. In the second quarter, they had a 1-point lead, if I remember correctly. Then Minnesota came out, blitzed them, outscored them 17-8 in the third, and outscored them 18-15 in the fourth. Bridget Carlton, 34 points. I said 34 points. Never in her life. 34 minutes, 12 points. Alana Smith, no points in her 26 minutes. 24 and 11 for Nafisa. 16 for K-Mac with 6 rebounds. Courtney Williams with 20 points and 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Their bench, Carly Samuelson, 3. Shepard, 3. 8 for Heidemann. The Valkyries, Kayla Thornton with 11 and 7. Salon with 5 and 6 rebounds. Fag Bentley with 5. Hayes with 9. She went out due to a nose injury again. She's probably going to be out for a bit. Veronica Burton, a couple of highlights from her. Finishes with 21, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Their bench, Talbot with none. She has some couple defensive plays, but the name of the game is to score, and she didn't. 7 for Monique Billings, 3 for Xander Lucini, 0 for Van Loo. Kate Martin had a nice 12-point outburst in the second quarter. After that, she completely fell apart, and we didn't hear from her since. And that's the game, people. That is the game. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for the rest of the week. So there are no games tomorrow. No games tomorrow. We're back on Tuesday for some WNBA action. Got 3 games. Washington at Indiana. Another Commissioner's Cup matchup. NBA TV, that game will be on. Phoenix at Minnesota at 8 p.m. And then Dallas at Seattle at 9:30 p.m. As much as I love Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, I will not I will not be streaming this Washington Indiana game. I'll probably do this Phoenix at Minnesota game. I want to see how that matchup looks. So we'll be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Phoenix at Minnesota. Then there's no games on Wednesday. We're back on Thursday. 2 matchups on Amazon Prime Video. The Liberty take on the Mystics. I'll be streaming that game definitely. And then these Valkyries we just watched will take on the Phoenix Mercury. Depending on how I feel, we may do a doubleheader. We may not. We'll see how things go. And then these are the schedule for the rest of the week. Friday, 2 games on Ion. And then Saturday, 3 games on TV. Got a game on ABC, a game on CBS, and then the late game at 10 p.m. Liz, thanks for tuning in as always. All right, y'all. That's it. So we got all the scores from today. Just a quick recap. Liberty beat the Connecticut Sun to a pulp, 100-52. They stay 7. They move to 7-0. Phoenix get the come from behind win against the Sparks. They're the dark horse people are looking at. Aces beat the Seattle Storm in Seattle 75-70. And then to close out the night, the Lynx beat the Valkyries 86-75. I'll be back on Tuesday for some more WNBA action. Remember, follow the highlights channel. Her Hoop Highlights. I'm going to try and catch up on all the highlights from this weekend between tonight and tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed to that channel as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening, wherever you are, or morning, wherever you are in the world. It's Jay Jordan. I'm out. Salute.